Welcome to day 16 of my Daytrading Diary, where I share my watch list and analyze my trades for you to learn from. Today is the 30th of August 2023, and as you can see, the market already closed, and that's because I somehow made a mistake and my recording before the open had no sound. So we're gonna have to do it like this now, and you just have to believe me on my watch list. So the market moved a little bit higher today. I believe I said in the video yesterday that after this trendline break, you would normally expect a higher low to form now, probably around here or here. That didn't happen today, but might happen these coming days. And I said today, which didn't get recorded unfortunately, that it might get rejected up here to form a higher low. That didn't happen as well, but if we have a look at the lower time frame, it did get rejected up here pretty heavily and made a 110% reversal to the low of the day and retested that, but it moved higher after that. On my long watch today, I had Google, which after it broke out yesterday and almost retested this area, I was looking for it to move higher after the retest, because as you know, the safest place to enter in a trade is the retest after a breakout. The next one on my watch list was TDD, which when I scanned for it was right above this double top here and this topping tail here. And my plan was that it should have a pretty smooth move to this area up here, because only these small little wicks were in its way as it moved through here without meaningful resistance. And the last one for my long watch was CRM, which was also right above this area here, and it formed this nice inverse head and shoulders here, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and I was looking for it to fill this gap here, which didn't quite work as it was trading under my area of interest for the first 15 to 30 minutes. And I just see it looks like it crushed earnings as it gapping up 5.7% in the post market. And on my short watch I had Mara, which got rejected of this area up here as it was gapping down. And I was looking for it to maybe retest this area and short it to the pivot here. However, it pulled to this area first and then moved higher as the market moved higher as well. And the last one on my short watch was PDCO, which as I was scanning for it was sitting around this 3160 area, so I was looking for it to retest the low of this consolidation and short it to this swing low here. However, shortly before the open it actually dropped a lot more in the pre-market and opened down here. So I identified this one as an area where it could bounce, which it kind of did. However, it was so volatile and bounced so quickly that it was impossible to find an entry. Eventually later that day it reached my area of interest to short it, and my initial plan would have worked. However, there wasn't a good entry. Could have traded this 15-minute sell setup, shorted down here, stop loss up here, but that's about a 1-to-1 R, and I usually aim for bigger risk to reward. So if we go over the trades I took, the first one I took was TTD, as I wanted to trade this nice breakout from yesterday. So I traded it like this and gave it a bit of room under this consolidation here, which was a mistake, which I'm going to explain in a second. So I traded it like this, gave it a little bit of extra room, but I should have given it even more room and put my stop loss under this consolidation as well, or even better, under my area of interest. So if we have a look in a lower time frame, I initially got filled and then pretty much got stopped out at the low of the day. But then I re-entered on this 2-minute entry here and put my stop loss under the low of the day, as this would break this trend line here and also confirm this as a higher low. So I entered here and closed this trade at the end of the day for around 1820 for about 2R or 2.1R, and I added to that position on this 5-minute buy setup up like here and closed it at the end of the day for around 1820 as well. So I made back the 1R I lost on the initial breakout here, and this 2R trade was the profit on TTD. So overall I made 2R on TTD. And then I also traded Google. I traded this 1-minute buy setup here and gave it a lot of room, unlike the day where I was impatient. So I gave it extra room under my area of interest. Had to close it at the end of the day for around 135.90 for about 0.9 or 1R. And then I added on Google up here, as it was breaking this swing high, and put my stop loss under the low of the day and raised my stop loss from the first trade from down here to here as well, and I entered here as this would confirm this as a higher low, and I closed that trade at the end of the day for 135.90 as well for about 0.9R. So I made around 1.9R on Google as well. So I end the day with around 3.8, 3.9R. CRM actually gave a nice entry on the long side as well. If we have a look, this nice 5-minute buy setup, nice smooth pullback into support, change of color bar, could have traded it like this, stop loss under here, and then close it at the end of the day for about 2R. However, I was already so heavily invested into the long side, I didn't want it to open another position, as if the market turns around, I probably get stopped out on all of them. So I was sticking with Google and TTD for the day, which made me a nice profit. So basically, that's it for my day. I'm sorry I don't have the recording before the open. Maybe I'm gonna find out why I have no sound on the recordings there. But other than that, I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow for the last day of the month.